Oh my god. Hello everyone, my name is Anastasia and you're watching a cross stitch channel, and today we are doing 24 hours of cross stitch. I know maybe it's not official this weekend or something, but it's the only time I can make it. Aaron is leaving for 2 days, and 2 days I will be free at home to do whatever I want. So I decided I will be doing 24 hours of cross stitch. Of course, everyone is doing it over the weekend, and I'm doing it Wednesday, Thursday. Why? Because I'm not ready to cancel my weekend and just focus on cross stitch like right now in my life. I have too many things I want to do on the weekends, like yoga, visiting families, going out, spending time with my husband, which we don't normally do during the week because we all both work till very late. So for me, it's ideal. He's not here. I have half the day free. I also have work, but it's not like full time all day. It's just 1 or 2 classes per day, so it's not so much time. And I counted for one day I can do 11 hours, and for tomorrow I have less classes, so I can do 13 hours of cross stitch. And if I will be late, like, I have all night of Thursday to catch up. So I will be doing 24 hours extreme version. Well, I will finish this episode, I will sit down, and I will cross stitch non-stop. On my Instagram, I asked you what kind of project would you like to see, and unexpectedly there were so many votes for tigers. But I'm sorry guys, I'm not planning to finish tigers just yet, and I really want to see just how much progress I can make on a single project. So I decided to choose one of the easiest ones. Actually, one of you commented and asked me to do a long dog, and I'm like, yeah, that's the easiest ones. That's the easiest ones I have. So what I'm gonna do is, this is my long dog forevermore. I'm stitching it as an anniversary reminder of my marriage to Aaron, and this is how it is right now. And I think this is the easiest one. It doesn't have any special stitches or difficult stitches, blends, back stitch. It only have like one color. It only has like full crosses. So just start and stitch, 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 stitch. Yeah, it has a lot of counting, but I'm gonna focus. I'm gonna focus a lot. So I'm just gonna flip you over in a second and show you how, like, and share some insights into my organization, into how I want to my day to go. So just will not break the stitching concentration. So I think it's gonna be cool to challenge myself and to see just what I'm worth as a cross stitcher. I know there are more severe challenges, like you have to stitch 24 hours non-stop during one day, no sleep and no everything. With work, I cannot afford like this right now, but maybe sometime in the future I will do it, because that sounds like crazy but also so cool. I don't know, but let's see how it goes. So gather your stitching and let's stitch together with me and see how much I can do in 24 hours.
Hey guys, so now it's like 5 minutes to 12, and I'm taking a 5-minute break just to show you my organization and things. I couldn't do it earlier because we are having a huge renovation in our building. I think my neighbors on top, like we are on the 8th floor, so basically it's like 9th or 10th floor. They're doing the whole full scale renovations. So it's noisy all day long. They start 8 o'clock sharp and they finish at 12. Then they took 2 hour break, and then they have another half day like till 6 o'clock. All the time it's like banging and drilling and noises. It's killing me. And of course I cannot do the videos in this situation. So now they're taking a break. Let's see what I'm doing here. Oh, first of all, I've been sitting here for 5 hours now and my butt, it doesn't hurt. Do you know why? Because I have this thing here. This is like a special sitting place which I bought. It's like orthopedic sitting place for like office chairs and things like that. So if you are the one who doesn't have a very comfortable chair and you have to sit for a long time in one place like stitching or something, I would totally recommend to buy thing like this. And of course mine was pink. just because after sitting 5 hours, my butt doesn't hurt. So as you see, I'm fully awake now, and after sitting so long with noise above my head, of course anyone would wake up. Unfortunately, I won't be able to stay up late as well, because if I stay up late, next morning I still have to wake up very early just to like be ready before they start. So let's talk about cross stitch. Okay, no more other things. Let's talk about cross stitch. So as you see, I'm cross stitching right now in half stitches. Why? Just because I have this very difficult fabric with me. So I forgot how difficult this fabric is, and this is a 36 count linen which I hand dyed myself. It was supposed to be this like very dark navy color blue. I would say even royal blue. I was going for like very dark purplish blue, and it looks amazing. Like, look, under the sun, it looks amazing with this white. I have no complaints on how it looks. I complain on how I am stitching it, because it's really difficult. Like, the holes are so tiny, and look at this. I have white pants here, so it's easier, but it's not at all coincidence. I didn't choose my pants to wear today just because I have a darker cross stitch, but you can actually see my pants through the hole, so they help me a lot. So what I decided is that during the day it will be easier for me to cross stitch like half stitches, because I'm more awake, I'm not tired now, I have all the time of the day. I can count these little holes, I can look for them. If I have some miscounting, I can frog. But in the evening, after I will come back from work, it will be so difficult to do this work. It will be like devastating for my eyes. So in the evening, I will be covering all this cross stitch. So it's an amazing plan. I'm so smart. So I started with this one this time. This is like some kind of a branch growing from the head of the swan. So I'm started from that part and going down from the swan. So this is how about my cross stitch. And these are the actually other swans I've been stitching just recently. This is my latest new start, and I filled in 1000 stitches here. So I started with greens and yellows, but it was so tedious to change the thread, so I finished with whites. Oh, by the way, today is the 23rd. Today in Russia we celebrate the Men's Day, so congratulate your man with Men's Day. And I prepared some snacks for myself here. So what do I have? I have some kind of banana bread which I made myself, and I have a funny story about it. I will tell you later. But I also have some snacks and dry fruit, and also I prepared like vitamin water, because I know I will need some extra hydration. I would say I will be sitting for a long time, so of course drinking just normal water or tea, not for me. I also have a juice here, and it is like a sea buckthorn juice. It's so rare. I love sea buckthorn jam. Like, this is my favorite. And here in China, we have sea buckthorn juice. And we are here, and this is how we are stitching. Yeah, this is how we are stitching. This is how we're stitching. Are you gonna let me stitch or not? No, not gonna let me stitch. Like this, huh? So you kick me with your legs, and then you lick me to say I'm sorry. Really? You're gonna kick me? You're gonna kick me? You're gonna kick me? Oh, you're gonna bite me? You're gonna bite me? Oh, you little naked cat. Oh, okay. You love me, you love me. But why you bite me? Why you bite me if you love me? Okay, I will let you leave here now, and I'm gonna stitch because I don't have time for you, babe. Yep. This is the way she loves to distract me. Oh, now she's licking my hand, which is I'm normally okay with, but it kind of hurts because her tongue is like cat tongue, and it hurts. Okay, don't touch my earphones. I'm not sure I will be able to stitch much and talk with you now because I have to pay attention to May here, and I have to pay attention to how many stitches I'm doing. I need to count, and also is like difficult to talk and count at the same time. So maybe this segment will be a little slow. Maybe I can talk to you later, like in the evening, when I will be just closing all the stitches and I don't need to pay attention to like the pattern at all, and maybe she will come down by then. Ow! Okay, little lady, you're going out. Yep, go. Go, go, go. Yeah, you're too distractive for my own good. And you're biting me. I don't allow you to bite me. No, no, no. Look. Now she's sad. She's sad. Now it makes me sad. Like now it makes me like want to go there and hug her and like no, 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 don't worry, I still love you. Okay, I wanted to talk to you about the banana bread. So the story about banana bread started on Monday because Monday morning I wake up and I'm like, oh, don't want to do anything. And who else has it? Like the Monday is the worst day ever because after the weekend you have to like wake up early, you have to start your job, you have to start everything, and a lot of new starts we start on Monday. If I would have my Chinese class or yoga class on Monday, probably I would cancel like 9 times of 10 because Monday is like the worst day for me to do anything. Like I can do something, like I can go to work, but mostly I just wake up and I realize that the weekend is over and I'm upset. So I decided not to make schedules for Monday and just do how I feel. If I feel like stitching, I will be stitching. If I feel like cooking, I will be cooking. If I feel like cleaning, maybe I'll clean something. But if I feel like just staying on the sofa all day and reading a book, I will do that. So this Monday morning I woke up and while doing my breakfast I noticed that we have a bunch of super ripe bananas and Aaron is like very cautious about the ripe fruit. Like he will not eat tomatoes if tomatoes have been in our fridge more than 5 days. And even though they'll be okay, they will not rot or anything. No, just they will be fine, fresh, they will be in the fridge. No, he will not eat them just because they were there like 5 days. That's too much for him. So I knew that he will not eat anything like brown bananas, and I won't be fast enough to eat them. They will go bad. So I decided to make some banana bread. And actually, it was the first time for me making banana bread. I just followed the recipe, and it was amazing. It's like really like a banana bread with walnuts. It was very nice. And the day when Aaron came home, he's like, "Oh, that's a bribe for me." I'm like, "Why is it a bribe? And why is it for you? It's like banana bread for everyone." He's like, "No, no, no, that's for me. This is a bribe." I'm like, "Why?" And he said, like, because at that moment we were not sure he's gonna go on a business trip. And he's like, "Oh, I remember you wanted to do like 24 hours of cross stitch. So for you to stitch every day, I will not bother you. So you have to give me a bribe, and this is all from me. Like, this is my cake." I'm like, "That's not cake, it's a bread." And he's like, "No, no, no, that's all for me. I will eat it by myself." I'm like, "Okay, so if I give it to you, you're not gonna bother me, and you will let me stitch and every day, and that's it?" And like, yeah, sure. And then next day, we'll learn that he will be going on a business trip for Wednesday, Thursday. And he was like so sad. He was like, "No, my banana bread, you will eat it all." I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna eat it all. Like, I cannot possibly just eat the whole banana bread all by myself. It's like too much for me." And Aaron was super upset. I'm like, "Do you want to take it with you?" He's like, "No, I cannot take it with me." So he left. He ate his last piece for breakfast today, and now he's like texting me. Like I texted him picture of banana bread on a plate. Like I get ready for cross stitching, and he's like, "No, that's my bread. Put it back. Take something else." I'm like, "But it's the most filling thing we have. Like it'll be good for me for breakfast or for some snacks. So I won't need to get up or after work I won't need to go to the supermarket for anything." Like, "No, that's mine." So we have a whole drama about banana bread here. Hey, so I'm finally home and I'm getting ready to stitch. I got back home from work and now I finished my shower and I'm stitching. I skipped dinner, but I had some snacks and milk, so it's kind of very filling and I'm feeling good. But a little tired though my skimming my skimming worked, and right now it's so much easier to just cover the half stitches. Like, I don't care if it's 36 count, if it's dark fabric, my eyes are not suffering. Like, I'm just easily watching YouTube and covering the stitches. It's so easy. Oh, by the way, I wanted to thank everyone for your support after my last video. Because on my last video, I like complained that I got some people unsubscribe from my channel after the Chinese videos, and I got a wave of love, a wave of people telling me like, no, we love Chinese videos, because I saw that Chinese videos are the least popular on my channel. Like, everyone was watching cross stitch videos, and the Chinese videos were getting like mm, half, the third of the views, the third of the likes, the comments, everything. Like, not popular. So at some point, I was wavering, do I need to do videos about China? Because this is part of me now. This is part of my life. It's my second motherland now. Or what should I say? Because I will be living in China for my life. I'm married here, my house is here, my cat is here, and my heart is here. And of course, I want to share what I love the most with you guys. Like, I love cross stitch, so I'm sharing cross stitch, and I love China. Before coming to China, I thought it's like one of those villages in the historical movies, about China, like very old movies with Jackie Chan or something like this. Like, I was thinking it's a very, very small rural country, like with small villages and everything. When I came here, my eyes reopened. I was amazed. It's an amazing country. It's so modern, so like friendly. It takes care of you. Everything is so much better than back at home. So yeah, I left my heart here, and now China is part of me. I'm learning the language. My family is half Chinese now, and of course I want to share everything with you. I don't want to mix it too much, but yeah, I like making videos like with one certain topic, like this video here, when I'm putting myself a challenge. I challenge myself into stitching through the tiredness. I'm stitching as much as I can. I don't care how sleepy or tired I am. I just want to give the most to it, and I will see the results. Like, this video is about. It's about breaking the walls, breaking the walls of what I thought I can do, and showing what I really can do. And Chinese videos is the same. Like, I only want to concentrate about China in Chinese videos, and getting so much acceptance and so much love, it's like rekindle my fire in my heart. Because after yeah, I would say that after getting so much unsubscribes after the video about Chinese New Year, I was kind of like down in my mood, thinking like, does anyone even need it? Like, it's just me. Some parts of my life no one really wants to know about it. Maybe just not this one. And then so many people just reach out and tell me like, no, no, you should continue. I'm really loving it. I educate myself about China. My relatives, like long distant relatives, they reached out to me and tell me like they don't watch my cross stitch, but they did watched my videos about China, and they showed my videos to their children. to like enlighten them, to teach them about China. Like their aunt is in China and they're learning through my eyes about China. This was overwhelming. Really, this was overwhelming. So thank you everyone who watched the videos, who liked them, who subscribed to them, who left any comments. I This means a lot. This means a lot. Like, I love making videos, and this is one of my hobbies to make these videos and come up with topics every week and do everything I can. But just receiving any kind of approval is very important for, I think, for any floss tuber, not just me, for floss tubers, for any kind of creators, I think. So thank you, and don't forget to put a like to this video because this will be very important to me too. Thank you so much. Hey, morning everyone. I'm already up and running, and May's here. She didn't want to let me sleep more. She started running in the room, waking me up. Hey, May. Моя красивая. So cute. Such a wonderful face. So pretty. And here we are. We left yesterday. So it's much prettier than this way. This way is like, wow. I don't know. So yeah, you can see that I haven't finished his neck. And this one's like upper half of the upper half of the wing, but it's just very very tiny bit, like compared to the whole swan. This like hand and his bush from his head. Oh, I'm so sleepy. The words are difficult. I'm so sorry. And so I did an amazing job, and yeah, you can see this is like more thicker here, and this is like thinner, so the contrast is beautiful. So, and yesterday we started like here. Yep, I think this is all what we did in just one day. That's amazing. If we compare like what was before to what it is now, it's like a ginormous part. And I wanted just to show you some numbers. So right now it's on 35%, and before when I just started it was 20 something, like 22 or something. So let's go to the numbers. Okay. Yesterday I have 1,456 stitches. Oh my god, that's amazing. For one day, for 11 hours, that is so amazing number, really. So I'm proud of myself. I'm really proud of myself. If we just compare, last time I was stitching it in August, and the whole 5 days of August I did 2,000 stitches. And don't look at this. This is not like one day 1,500 stitches. This is probably I was stitching several days prior, and just in one day I marked up them all. Because you see the numbers like before and after, they're like not the same. And yeah, I know myself, I couldn't possibly be stitching more than 11 hours per day, so it could not be 1,500 one day. Almost it was 1,400 yesterday, but that's it. So cool. Like, I'm amazed by the number. If you see how little I've been stitching before, this is like what 7 times more. This is amazing. And of course, like for now, I have 4,500 stitches done out of 12,800, so almost 13,000. So I need 8,000 stitches more, or 12,000, 8,000 stitches more. Yeah, words are difficult, but I'm elevated with my thoughts, with my feelings. Like, just looking at these numbers, I'm like, wow, I can do this. Like, as much as I'm sleepy and a little tired and my hand is like shaky, I'm like so excited that I did so much. And let's just see what's going on like for today. So what it was left is this. Like, we are working on the right half. We're not going on the second one. So we will be working on this element here and the little flowers on his leg and the tail, and then I'll go on a little sad doggy on the flowers, like the candle, the squirrel, the cat, and the flower back. I don't think that I will be passing all the way down, though of course this one is the most stitches here. Yeah, but all this is like also a lot, so I don't think I will be finishing the up to the down border there, but I'll try maybe up to the cat. Let's see. And when I will finish this, I will go on a vase, and the vase has our date, and this is not the date, obviously. This was just on long dog itself, so I'll put our dates in, but I will think about the names, because I don't want to use like the letters. We have different numbers of letters in our full names, and I want to use our like native languages to show, like I want to use Chinese characters and I want to use Russian full words. And my name is very long. I will think how to do this. Maybe like tiny back stitches or something. Like I want to do it very cool way, but also I want to show our heritage. I don't want to like use my name and his name in English. Like this is not who we are. We don't sign this way. I will think about it. So yeah, this is pretty good. This is looking good, and this is looking amazing. So yeah, again in the morning, and yeah, see they're already starting. Okay, I will be doing half stitches all morning, and today I have less work, so I will come back home earlier today, and I will have more time in the evening to stitch, and hopefully I will finish my 13 hours today. So see you later, I guess. We'll have a break 12 o'clock, and I will show you what I've been stitching all morning. Time for a little lunch break, so I ordered the coffee. I ordered some sandwich. It doesn't look so good, but I actually microwaved it, so that's why it's so like soft. It was harder. I have some leftovers of pizza, which I'm gonna finish. And I have just like several minutes to have my lunch and continue, because I'm a little behind on schedule, and today actually I'm feeling a little sleepy. Not so tired, but just like sleepy, even though there is like constant hammering and drilling, and like the noise, it drives me nuts. Like this week is very, I would say, frustrating or maybe tiring, like mentally for me, because the whole day that I'm at home, like from the early morning, they are drilling. And then when I will be leaving to work around 3 o'clock, they will finish soon after. Like they finish at 5, maybe 6 o'clock. So the whole day that they're working, I'm here and I'm listening to them. That's why, of course, I'm constantly like under this amount of noise. I'm trying to put the earphones in. I'm trying to listen to some very loud noises on my iPad, but I'm craving the silence. Like I would give my finger right now or toe for just a silent day that I don't need to like listen to anything, like, or literally. Oh, whatever. So enough of complaining. So now I'm gonna finish my coffee, eat my lunch, get the ready energy back, because I'm a little sleepy, so it will help me wake up. And for the last several hours, I've been sitting in an armchair just stitching. So what is changed? You may say nothing. No, a lot. So I finished this like hand ornament. I don't know what it is, but it looks like a hand for me. So like flower hand, then the flower, his lower legs and tail. I did this flower motif with all the leaves and started the dog. There's also a candle and this line. And this is the like start of the squirrel. So actually I did quite a lot, because I noticed that when I am just doing the first half stitches, it takes me twice as long as yesterday I was just closing them. So yesterday I spent like half the time closing the stitches than it took me to just put them all in places, and here they were like in rows and it was easy to measure them and see where they go. This part is heavy on counting, and yeah, like it takes me just a long time. It brings me a lot of joy. Like I'm loving this project. I'm enjoying it greatly. Sorry, my voice. I need to drink something. but I'm loving it. It brings me joy, but at the same time, it's just like tedious. You're tedious. You have to make sure you go into the right hole. And I'm thinking this is the fault of my fabric mostly, not like the design fault. Because if you would stitch this in like darker colors on white and maybe on Ada, that would be like no problem at all, because you'll be easy to see where all of this goes. But because I'm doing it with very small stitches on 36 count on linen, yeah, sometimes I had to frog pieces, and sometimes I have to see like how to get back without closing most of them. Yeah, like I'm trying not to close them just because to save my time. Like I will be closing them in the evening and I will have more evening time, so I'm trying to give myself as much like push as I can right now. May is actually sunbathing there. Here she goes. She also ate her food, and now she's upset with me that I don't give her more. And oh my god, she asks to eat like 25 times a day. Every time I just get up for like bathroom break or get some more water or a snack, she's just running there. And now I'm even like scared to go get myself something to eat, because it doesn't feel right to eat in front of her and don't give her food. But I can't give her too much food. I have to like check her weight, and I know myself, like I will burn it just because I'm a little sleepy. I will burn it all the extra calories, and then I will go to work and spend 3 hours on food, and then maybe we'll dance and sing with kids. So I will spend this energy. She will be just sleeping there. Oh my god. Though today in the morning we started with her just running all over me and jumping on my face. Okay, I'm already hearing some scrapping noises upstairs, so probably they will start the renovations in a couple minutes. So I'm gonna wrap this video up, and we'll see next time in the evening when I will have some more progress to show you. Hi everyone, so I'm back home, and I know I previously said that there won't be like politics on this channel, or it's mostly about cross stitch, things like that. But I can't just keep silent. It's wrong. This couple days I've been mostly shut from the internet. I watched YouTubes, but mostly it was like FlossTube. It was some comedy shows. It was just relaxing, so I could stitch more. Um, I didn't like scroll my Instagram. I didn't text people. Mostly I was just turning off my Wi-Fi, turning off my internet, just so I could focus more on stitching. And can you imagine like how was shocking to me when today I went to work, and on my way to work I'm going through subway. So I turn on my internet finally, and I received some messages from Aaron that there is a war. There is a war between Russia and Ukraine. I was like, what? That's so unexpected. So I was shocked. Like maybe I live like in a no news bubble here, but I really didn't know anything about it. And I texted my mom. I texted the girls from like Russian cross-stitch chats. I started to scroll for like Instagram feed, and it's true. And I don't know how to voice it. I don't know what to say. I'm like literally speechless. All I can say is like I'm sorry. I'm very embarrassed right now that I'm from this country, that I'm Russian. I'm very embarrassed for our country. I'm very embarrassed for our government that started this war with our brothers and sisters. Ukraine and Russia and Belarus, we've always been like very close. We used to be one big country. And I have tons of Ukrainian friends. I have Ukrainian cross stitchers I know. I have Ukrainian people here in Beijing that I know. We go to quiz games together, we go to yoga class together. And just knowing that this happened I'm so deeply disturbed by the actions of our government, because people don't. It's different from American government. People don't decide anything in our country. Everything has been decided for our people. We don't choose who lead our country. Everything was chosen for us, and it doesn't matter if we go protesting. It doesn't matter if we voice our opinions. Everyone who is doing it are already either in jail or killed. So people in Russia try not to do this. And instead of like looking inside the country, instead of like improving our deteriorating level of life in our country, like, why do you think there are 20,000 of Russian people in Beijing? 20,000 just in Beijing, not only in China, in Beijing. How about Ukrainian people? Same numbers. How about like any other Slavic people? Same numbers. It's like there are so many Slavonic people here. Why? Because back in our countries, it's not very pleasant to live. And what to say? It hasn't been very pleasant to live there. So why would our country decide not to improve? They decided to instead attack. And my mom told me that right now inside the country there is a very, very big propaganda on TV. Like, all the TV is lying. Like, every single channel is lying. They say that it's like Ukraine who started it. Ukraine who is like doing things. Ukraine who is actually like attacking us. It's such a bullshit. Like, everyone knows it's us. Everyone knows we started it. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. I'm so deeply disturbed, upset, ashamed. I'm ashamed to be Russian. Like, people on the internet say, like, yeah, Russia is such a strong country. Chinese really love Russians. You know, Chinese are like, Russia is so strong. Your president is so strong. No. Russia just likes to look strong, but inside it's rotten. And I'm sorry if you are not here for the political talk. I'm sorry if I disturb you, if you're not satisfied. I'm expecting another like wave of unsubscribers, and I accept it. But just coming home and like turning on the camera and just sitting here and talking about like, oh, look at my cross stitch, I just couldn't do it. Like, it's right now. Can you imagine? Like, my mom told me that our hometown is preparing for refugees. Like, there will be thousands, tens of thousands of people going to our hometown as a refugee. They had to leave their houses. There is bombing, so their houses will be destroyed. They are just civilians. I do not. I can't even be mad at the army as well, because I know a lot of decent people in the army. Heck, my cousins work for the army, but they are not supporting these ideas. They're not supporting the government. But in Russia, if you are part of the army and you go against your like leader's how to say it, what your leader told you, you are not getting fired or fined. You are gonna get a sentence in the prison, and it's gonna be a big one. I'm not saying like life sentence, but it's gonna be long one, very long one. And a lot of them are like, they have families, they have parents, wives, children, and of course no one is gonna go like just say no to pushing the button and go to prison forever and leave their child without a father. But at the same time, it's not exactly not their fault. Like, and regular civilians, I have no idea how they're doing it. Like, can you imagine? Like, you will get a message like, today you have to leave home, get everything you want, but you are restricted to everything you can carry on you. So there won't be like 5 suitcases and boxes. There will be like maybe 1 carry-on bag or 2 bags, because everyone is getting in a bus, and bus also has a number of seats, you know, for people, not for things. So it made me think, like, what would I take if I get in this situation? And I'm speechless. Like, documents, some clothes, but it's winter. It's winter. And yeah, when it's summer, you can grab many summer clothes in one bag, but it's winter, heck, and in Russia, the winters are cold. What am I gonna do about with my animal? Of course, I cannot take animals with us. Can you imagine, like, all those people have to leave their animals? That's just heartbreaking for me. Just thinking, like, I would have to leave me. That's heartbreaking. And then, like, leave everything else. Leave all your possessions. Like, you take money, you take some valuables, but you cannot take electronics. You cannot take, like, apartments. And no one is gonna pay them for the lost things, for distracted things. There will be so many robbers in the next few weeks. I have no idea how people are going through this, and I can't believe, like, right now in our age of, like, internet, so like technology, the age of what atomic weapons, the wars are still happening. Like, how the wars are still happening? We should be afraid to even start any war because there is so much power on every side. Millions of people could die just if someone will press a button. It's so scary just thinking about it. What if some country leader gets upset over my country and just presses the button, and in return we press ours? That's the world end. That's not even a war. That's the world end. Finale. No one will exist anymore. I'm so upset. I'm sorry. And the worst of it is that I know a lot of Ukrainian people, and I don't know how to help them or, like, how to support them in this situation, because none of the things I would do, repost, talk, it will not change their situation right now. It will not stop the war. We live in a very difficult country, and unlike America, where you can write petitions and gather votes and call your counselors or something, like, complaining, no one will listen to our complaints. Yeah, it's very difficult, and I would just ask you, like, please, if you know some Ukrainian designers or Ukrainian, like, people or small business owners. I know they shut down right now, but maybe in the future when they reopen. Like, do you remember Cute Patterns by Maria Brovko? She's, like, super famous in the cross stitch world. Like, among Russian designers, she's number one. She's Ukrainian, and she just posted that she's closing her, like, website and the Instagram. There will be no sales because of this situation in her neighborhood. Oh my god. So whenever she reopens, I'm gonna buy a lot from her, just to support, just to give someone my money, because that's the only thing I can do practically. So if you want to support Ukrainian small businesses, support Ukrainian cross stitchers. I don't know if there will be even place to donate, but at least this way, you know. So yeah, this morning I was so excited over cross stitching. I was so excited, like, to finish it. It's like the second wind reopened when I was starting this, because when I was stitching, like, this part and the top, I remember I didn't really like it. Like, it was a little boring for me, and the whole thing was kind of difficult, and, like, maybe long dog is not for me. But now I'm cross stitching. I had a second wind reopen. Like, I loved it. I was so excited to get home, so excited to get a long evening to cross stitch today. And now, like, my hands are just, it's all pointless. This whole video is pointless when the situation in our countries are like this. Let's do it like this. Like, I will stop filming right now. I want to call my mom. I want to talk about it. I want to discuss this. And tomorrow morning I'll have my Chinese class, and I will meet you face to face and show you what I will do tonight. And I think this will be it. So I'm sorry if I disappointed you, and I know everyone is having their problems right now and you don't want to hear about more problems, but it's life. This is real. This is happening. We have a war. My country is an aggressor who started a war. I can't believe I am saying this. This is so bad. This is really bad. Morning, guys. So I think I need to make a quick summing up of this whole video, of my cross-stitch experience of 24 hours, but actually, like, right now, this is the least that's in my head. This is the least that's bothering me right now. It's been a very rough night. Yesterday I started stitching, I talked to my mom, I talked to other people, and then they were like several hours more, but I just started like checking the internet and trying to talk to people, trying to support people, watching all the videos, watching all the pictures, reading comments, and of course I lost a lot. I lost like 3 hours maybe from my 24, but it doesn't matter. At this point, it doesn't really matter if I finish my 24 hours or not. When I started this experiment, I started to push myself to stitch. I started to show myself that I can beat my own like records, to that I can stitch a lot in one day, and it's possible. And I did it. I will show you. I stitched a lot. I finished this whole part, maybe a little bit in the flower, and these leaves are not covered, but this is how much I did. Right now it's on 46%, and I did 1400 in one day and 1400 in yesterday. So for 2 days I have 2800 of stitches. Right now it's on 46%, almost half. Of course, like if I would push yesterday, probably I could reach 50%, but I was in no state to do that. I was in no mental state after I started like reading the comments, watching everyone's feed. Turns out like more than half of the cross stitchers I'm signed on Instagram are Ukrainians. Like when I sign for cross stitchers, I don't see where they're from. I don't find out like where are you from, what country or something. Like for me it's just different, like or you speak English or you speak Russian, so we can communicate. But I don't mind where anyone is from. The more diverse the better. Turns out like half of my most of my Russian speaking people I follow are Ukrainians, and my feed was like just full yesterday, just full of everything. And the worst part is that there are always like these not haters but antagonists, I would say nationalists, that they would comment almost on under any posts like that Ukraine was the first to start it and it's not Russia's fault and blah blah blah. Who cares? Who cares who started? Who cares whose fault it is? It's politics. It's just big guys in the government from both countries couldn't come up with a solution, so they started this war, and this war is affecting normal, real people, civilians. I actually saw a post yesterday. Sorry, I have a headache. I actually saw a post yesterday that says like, if politicians want to have this weaponized conflict, want to deal with some problem this way, violent way, why don't they take the weapons and just go and fight with each other? And we are, as civilians, we will just watch them, and we will congratulate the one who wins and pity the one who falls. But we are civilians. Their job is to protect us. We chose the government, so they will protect us as civilians, so they will give us better life as civilians. But they don't. Instead, what they do is that they endanger people, they put them in a worst possible position, in position of fear, of terror, of death. That's awful. So many families were hurt. So many people were killed, hurt. Just devastating. And I never thought of myself as a super sensitive person to these things, especially like they're not happening right now to me here. They're happening out there, yes, to my friends, to my nation, but not right now here. But I am feeling myself as bad as if I am right there. I'm feeling myself so sick. Yesterday I couldn't go to bed before like 2 o'clock in the morning because I was just constant on my phone. And the moment I put down my phone, it was all in my head once again. It was just like like wasps. They were like buzzing, not letting me sleep. I think, of course, like because Aaron is not here and I don't have anyone like to hug and to talk to. Yeah, May is huggable, but she's not exactly cannot give me some kind of condolence. I hope it's the right word. I'm sorry. I'm not feeling well. I think I'm getting sick. Just emotionally sick, just out of stress sick. Maybe this weekend I will get very sick because I haven't slept well, and the whole feeling is like I'm having a slight fever or something. It's just devastating, and the worst part is that the people I know, part of the family, it was so awful to realize that people you know may not share your views. Like my view on this whole situation is like, I don't care who is right here. I don't care who is wrong. This whole situation is wrong. The war is wrong. If you have some political disputes, then solve them on a political arena. Make meetings, make meet and solve them using their mouth. You're politicians. That's your job. Your job is not to kill people or destroy their homes or devastate the countries. This is my point of view. Any type of war is wrong. It doesn't matter who was first to begin it. It doesn't matter why it came to this. The way they decided to solve this problem is wrong. Very wrong. And it's awful. But some of my people I know, they don't agree. I was so shocked. I'm like, I am always I always feel like I surround myself with people who have the same level of empathy as me, and whom I can trust. I can share my views. I can share my logic. We understand each other, and one of the like closest people to me. No, not Aaron, but it's part of the family. I don't want to talk who exactly it was. And the worst fact is like, if it was just a random person on the side trying to go after me and comment or hate, put some hate, like what I received yesterday is that I posted a post on Instagram about like, I'm feeling ashamed of my country. I'm feeling ashamed of their leader of my country. I'm feeling ashamed I was born there. That we caused the devastation of another, our brothers and sisters. And that person texts me, you should not be ashamed of anything. We are okay. We are fine. We are not fine. We cannot be fine. My friends are not fine. So many people I know are not fine. Other cross teachers, Ukrainian cross teachers are not fine. Ukrainian citizens are not fine. There are so many cross stitch designers I know, I talk to. They are not fine. Why should I be fine just because it's not happening like right here in this room? And I really felt like it was 2020 again, and it was coronavirus situation. Because at that moment, exactly February, it started February for us. So February, we were sitting and scrolling the feed and looking at Wuhan. We were looking at all the people, looking at how many people died and what are they doing, and it was so scary. Now, I felt yesterday as if the whole situation is just repeating itself. It was so scary. Just sitting here at home in normal safety, it is terrorizing for me. Just thinking how all those people are feeling, how all those people are getting treated, how all those people. Sorry, you maybe not come here for the political discussion, and maybe because I'm not feeling well, I'm just rambling and not making any sense, but this is how I feel, and I cannot just be quiet about it. I agree with some of you who said, like, let's focus on cross stitch. It is coming, and it will bring us some relaxation and calm us down, because we cannot be as devastated as people out there in Ukraine who really are and who will need our help later. We need to get ourselves together and be ready to help them, and I agree with that. So maybe I would cross stitch more, and it will help me to get myself together. Oh, by the way, right now I know several Ukrainian cross stitch designers whom you can support, and I will put all the links to their what Instagram pages. Let's say Instagram pages under this video. So if you're feeling like you want to support the cause, you want to support the Ukraine, you can go and purchase some patterns from them. Unfortunately, like several of them are not selling right now. They are in the center of the things. Like Cute Patterns by Maria is not working right now, but I think later on when everything will be solved, you can definitely support her, and I will do that. I will go and buy several patterns from her. There is also Svetlana SV Stitch, and her sister Надежда Nagorная, Неженка Nadine, and there are several cross stitch designers who are speaking English, and they're pretty well known. It's Pixel Princess Black and Living on the Rainbow. These are just a few names, and there are much more. There are dyers, there are shops. My favorite company, Frusilok, who is making these ones, are also based in Ukraine, and they are Ukrainians. There are so many. Unfortunately, I do not know right now about the official links where we can donate money and support the Ukrainians, because right now there are many different links. I know several of them. Ink Stitch, in her Instagram, she posted several posts about like you can donate for several different causes on these links, but there are also like others, and for some of them people already reported that they were scams. So I would also ask you to be very cautious about where you want to donate, and check it, double check it, triple check it, because as well as there are people who are doing the right thing, there always will be people who just want to make money on anything. And these awful, terrible people are right now trying to make money on this whole war situation, pretending to be charity or like donations or things like that for Ukraine. So please be very careful, and even if your favorite floss tuber, cross stitcher, blogger posted, like if you want to help Ukraine, go to this link and donate here. Triple check it, because this person can also be mistaken. Yesterday I already saw several instances of people I know posting the scam links, and then I talk to them. I'm like, oh, did you know that this link is a scam? They're like, what? That's the first time I hear it. So people just saw it and reposted. And please be careful. Please be careful, because it will be bad if we donate our money, our time, and actually we just support someone's pockets instead of giving it to people. So that's why I would prefer to go actually straight to the designers and buy from them, because I know to whom this money will go, and if they are right now inside the Ukraine, they will know where to put their money to. Either it will be their family or they will redonate it to someone else. If you want to just donate and you don't want their patterns, you can also text them and ask them. Maybe they know the links right now, or maybe they can distribute it or something like this. So just be more careful about the way you're trying to help. At this moment, I'm not sure if this video even worth posting, because it started so fun and the finish is this. I'm not sure it's worth it, and I don't know if you will see this video at all. By the way, I don't have Wi-Fi right now, so I'm not sure how I will be able to post this video. You know what happened? May sneezed on my Wi-Fi. Yeah, that happened yesterday also. To all the things, to put all the things together, but compared to everything, this is such a minor problem. Like, it's not a problem at all. I'll just wait Aaron to come home today. We'll deal with this problem. If it's broken, we'll buy a new one. This is such a minor problem compared to people who don't have water or electricity in their homes or internet at all. Because so many people face that they don't have internet, so they cannot even post or text their friends and tell them that they're alive. Coming back to cross stitch, I'm not sure what will be my plans for today. Today I will probably just try to edit this video as much as I can, and maybe stitch more, maybe not, because I just don't feel like I just don't feel like it. So thank you everyone who survived with me, who is still here, who is listening, supportive or non-supportive. I will take any opinion. You have your own opinions. I have my own opinion. This is my opinion on the matter. So thank you, and I guess see you next week. Let's hope over this weekend the situation will resolve, it will finish, and we'll be able to make it out of the whole thing. Because I cannot imagine what to do if this just continues to go on. Okay, so thank you and see you next week.